Love handles are among the toughest body fats to burn, right alongside visceral fat. Many seniors confuse the two, but they're different. They're not the same at all, and understanding that distinction is key to tackling them effectively. Visceral fat is the deeper kind that wraps around your organs, posing serious health risks like heart disease and diabetes, while love handles are that stubborn subcutaneous fat on the sides of your waist that just won't budge no matter how many diets you try. Burning them off requires targeted approaches, not just general weight loss strategies. Another common mistake is relying on long fasts, like intermittent fasting, which has become so popular these days with all the buzz on social media and health blogs. Even if you try starving yourself or fasting for ages, it won't melt away those love handles unless you incorporate these two simple Japanese-inspired exercises. Let me explain why in more detail, because I want you to really grasp the science behind it so you can apply it confidently. Fat often accumulates first in your stomach area, and that's because of how our bodies prioritize storage based on hormones like cortisol and insulin. Prolonged fasting might just leave you with loose, sagging skin around your belly, which isn't ideal. I've seen this happen to so many of my clients who jumped on the fasting bandwagon without proper guidance. It can make you look older and feel less confident in your clothes. In intermittent fasting, you skip meals for extended periods, sometimes 16 hours or more, so your body taps into stored stomach fat for energy. But the catch? You still need to eat to stay healthy. Your body can't run on empty forever. When you do eat, especially if your meals aren't balanced, new fat cells form, replacing what was burned during the fast. That's why love handles are so stubborn. They're like the last guests at a party who refuse to leave. Plus, as we age, our metabolism slows down, making it even harder to shift without the right tools. At the end of the day, intermittent fasting has its perks. It can help with insulin sensitivity and even longevity in some studies. But it might not be the best for everyone, especially seniors over 60. It can cause muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, which is a big issue because muscle is what keeps us strong and independent. A weakened immune system from nutrient gaps can lead to more frequent colds or slower healing, and nutrient shortages like low vitamin D or B12 can affect everything from energy to mood. Your body needs steady protein, vitamins, and minerals to support bone health, preventing osteoporosis, brain function to keep your mind sharp, and overall energy levels so you can enjoy life, whether it's playing with grandkids or taking a walk in the park. You can't risk skimping on those now when recovery takes longer and every nutrient counts. That's why I'm sharing the easiest, most effective way to shed love handles. Trust me, targeting them will also help reduce visceral fat, all without starving yourself or spending hours in the gym. These are simple home workouts, no equipment needed, not even a mat, so you can do them in your living room while watching TV or first thing in the morning with your coffee. I'll start with the beginner-friendly one that takes just a minute a day, then move to the one that ramps up belly fat burn. But before we get into the exercises, let's talk about why they work so well for seniors specifically. As we get older, our joints might ache, balance can be off, and high-impact activities are out of the question. These moves are low-impact, standing-based, and focus on controlled breathing and twisting, which not only burns fat, but also improves posture, reduces back pain, and enhances daily mobility. I also think love handles build up from years of certain habits, like sedentary jobs, stress eating, or even medications that affect weight. So I'll highlight 3 everyday foods that sneakily pack on midsection fat, ones you might think are healthy because of clever marketing or old habits. We'll dive deep into why they cause problems backed by science, and I'll give you plenty of alternatives with full recipes to make the switch easy. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that button now and turn on notifications. I've got more tips coming that could change how you age. Let's dive in and empower you with knowledge you can use today. First, the Japanese long breath exercise. I suggest this to over 80% of my senior clients because it's so easy and doesn't require any body weight effort, perfect if you're dealing with arthritis or limited mobility. Some call it yoga, but it's actually an ancient Japanese method, rooted in traditional practices like those used by sumo wrestlers or Zen meditators to build inner strength. It uses what modern medicine terms muscle-mind connection, which is a fancy way of saying you're training your brain to communicate better with your body.
What does that mean exactly? Let me break it down step by step. It's about mentally focusing on the muscle you're targeting, visualizing it tightening and working. Instead of mindless reps where your thoughts wander to your to-do list, you concentrate fully on your core and midsection, almost like meditating on the movement. This sends stronger brain signals through neural pathways, making muscles contract better and more efficiently. It's key for growth and fat burn. Activated muscles work harder, torch more calories during and after the exercise, that's the afterburn effect, and respond faster to your efforts. Think of it as flipping a switch fully on for maximum results versus dimly lit where you're not getting the full benefit. Studies from places like the University of Tokyo have shown this connection can increase muscle activation by up to 30%, leading to better results with less effort, ideal for seniors who want efficiency. Here's how to do it right, and I'll guide you slowly so you can follow along or pause the video. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart, relax your shoulders, and keep a neutral spine to avoid strain. Inhale deeply through your nose for 3 seconds, filling your lungs from the bottom up, like expanding your belly first, then chest, and raise your arms overhead smoothly, palms facing each other. Feel the stretch in your sides. Then exhale forcefully through your mouth for 7 seconds, like you're blowing out candles, tightening your whole body, especially your core, imagining squeezing a belt around your waist. Lower your arms slowly as you breathe out, keeping the tension. Zero in on those midsection muscles contracting. Really feel the burn building. If it helps, close your eyes and visualize the fat melting away. Do this for about a minute daily, which is roughly 6 full cycles. Start slow if you're new and build up. No rush. Studies on seniors doing this showed clear drops in waist size, sometimes up to 2 inches in a month, and stronger cores after consistent weeks, with improved breathing capacity that helps with everything from climbing stairs to better sleep. But on its own, it's not enough. The side muscles, obliques, and core aren't challenged deeply for major fat loss. It preps you for the next exercise, warming up the area and increasing blood flow so they pair perfectly for quicker results. Think of it as the appetizer before the main course. Second, the standing torso twist. Before we jump in, let's contrast this with intermittent fasting to show why active movement wins. With intermittent fasting, after about 12 hours without food, your body depletes glycogen from liver and muscles. That's the quick energy sugar stores. By 24 hours, it enters ketosis, burning fat over sugar, which sounds great but is often overhyped. At 48 hours, autophagy ramps up, cleaning damaged cells and recycling proteins for repair. By 72 hours, your immune system regenerates and growth hormones surge, potentially aiding recovery. But notice, no muscles are actively engaged in any of this. It's passive. Your body just uses available fuel without targeting spots like love handles. You're not building strength or tone. It's like idling a car engine without driving anywhere. The torso twist changes that, activating 70–80% of your core, including obliques, the side abs, deep stabilizers that protect your spine, and transverse abdominis, the deep corset muscle. This boosts blood flow, oxygen delivery, and local fat breakdown exactly where love handles linger. Science calls this localized lipolysis, though it's enhanced by overall deficit. Contractions signal your body to pull from those stores, something fasting can't match because it lacks the mechanical stress that triggers hormone release like adrenaline for fat mobilization. Research on rotational core moves in older adults from journals like the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found consistent twists led to notable waist reductions focused on obliques, plus better spine mobility to prevent injuries, improved balance for fall prevention, and overall strength vital for aging well and maintaining independence. One study followed 100 seniors for 12 weeks and saw not just fat loss but also better posture and reduced lower back pain, which is huge for quality of life. Fun history note, in a rural Japanese community during the Edo period, women performed a festival dance with graceful torso twists, much like this exercise, to celebrate harvests and honor traditions. Over time, villagers saw these dancers had slimmer waists than others nearby, attributing it to the rhythmic movements that engaged the core naturally. It became a daily health ritual passed down generations and now backed by science through modern biomechanics research, showing how rotation builds oblique strength without strain. How to do it? Feet shoulder width, knees soft for balance, like a slight bend to absorb any wobble. Hands on hips or out at chest level with elbows bent for more resistance. Whatever feels comfy. Start with hips if you're a beginner. Keep hips forward and still. They're the anchor, don't let them swivel. Twist upper body right as far as comfy, engaging core like you're wringing out a towel. Hold a second to feel the squeeze, then return to center smoothly. Repeat left, that's 1 rep. Go slow and controlled, no jerks to avoid pulling anything. Breathe out on the twist, in on return. Feel the sides working with every move. If you feel a gentle burn, you're doing it right. Aim for 15 twists per side, but if that's too much, start with 10 and build. Simple routine. Start mornings with the long breath for a minute, around 6 reps, to wake your core and set a positive tone for the day. Follow with torso twists, 15 each side, about 2 to 3 minutes. Under 5 minutes total daily, but to make it a habit, tie it to something like brushing teeth. In a few weeks, you'll notice changes in your midsection, clothes fitting looser, more energy, better digestion from the core work. To amp it up for faster results, add a light hold at the end of each twist, or do it twice a day. But exercises alone aren't magic. Lifestyle plays a huge role. Certain healthy foods can sabotage this if you keep eating them. Exercises and fasting won't help without cutting these out, as they'll keep depositing fat right back. I'll explain each in depth, with science, and give multiple swaps. The third will surprise you, but stick with me. First offender, syrups like maple, corn, agave, pancake syrup, and even honey, which many see as natural but can be just as problematic in excess. Common in homes for pancakes, coffee, yogurt, or baking treats. But they're sugar bombs, causing quick weight gain, especially midsection fat, because they're liquid calories that don't fill you up. Science breakdown. High glycemic index spikes blood sugar fast. Maple around 54, agave 1530, but fructose heavy, which is worse for the liver. Corn 7590 versus table sugars 65. This triggers a flood of insulin, the fat storage hormone, shuttling excess as belly fat. Fructose, dominant in these, hits the liver directly, turning into fat via lipogenesis, a process where your liver essentially manufactures triglycerides that get stored viscerally and subcutaneously around the waist. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, making fat loss harder. Even with workouts, regular syrups keep you in storage mode, burning during exercise, then restocking fat from your next meal. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition on fructose in adults over 50 showed daily users gained waist inches over months, even at stable calories, due to visceral fat buildup and poor metabolism. Another from Harvard tracked long-term syrup consumption and linked it to a 20% higher risk of abdominal obesity. Swap with these fat-burning meals, and I'll give you variations for variety. For breakfast, a veggie scramble. 2 eggs in olive oil with spinach, tomatoes, mushrooms, pepper, turmeric, and half an avocado. High protein and fats for fullness and metabolism boost. Add onions or bell peppers for extra flavor if you like. Make it Mexican style with cumin and salsa, no sugar added for a twist. Lunch, grilled chicken salad. Seasoned breast with garlic and herbs over greens like romaine, arugula, and kale, with cucumber, carrots, tomatoes, and maybe some feta for creaminess. Dress with olive oil, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, salt, and a dash of mustard. Nutrient-packed, anti-inflammatory, vary with turkey or tofu if you're vegetarian. Dinner, baked salmon with broccoli and quinoa, seasoned with lemon, dill, olive oil, and perhaps garlic. Omega-3s reduce belly fat by fighting inflammation. Fiber from broccoli aids digestion and prevents constipation, common in seniors. Swap salmon for cod or add sweet potatoes for more carbs if needed. Bonus snack idea: a handful of nuts like almonds with apple slices, instead of syrup-drizzled fruit. These nourish, aid recovery from exercises, and target midsection fat by stabilizing blood sugar. Ditch syrups for whole foods, results come fast, and you'll feel less bloated. Second, crackers, like Ritz, Wheat Thins, Cheez-Its, Triscuits, or even those healthy multigrain ones. Seem light and convenient for snacking while reading or watching TV, but they're loaded with refined flour, added sugars, and unhealthy oils like soybean or palm, which are cheap but pro-inflammatory. A small serving, 80 calories for 5 crackers. But honestly, who stops there? People eat way more, hitting 400, 500 without satisfaction, because they're engineered for bliss point addiction: salty, crunchy, fatty. Processed carbs break down to sugar quickly, spiking insulin and leading to belly storage. Low fiber and protein cause blood sugar crashes, triggering cravings, overeating, and a cycle that piles on fat.
Trans fats and preservatives inflame the body, and chronic inflammation is linked to stubborn midsection deposits as it signals your body to hold fat for protection. Study on seniors from the Journal of Nutrition, regular cracker snackers gained 8-12 pounds yearly, mostly abdominal, disrupting fullness hormones like leptin, making it harder to stop eating. Another from the NIH showed processed snacks increase waist circumference by 10% over 5 years in older adults. Alternatives to keep you satisfied: breakfast. Greek yogurt parfait with berries, blueberries, or strawberries for antioxidants, walnuts for crunch and omega-3s, and cinnamon for natural sweetness without sugar. Protein keeps you steady all morning. Try layering it in a jar for portability. Lunch. Turkey veggie wraps in large lettuce leaves, romaine or butter, with sliced turkey breast, cucumber strips, shredded carrots, bell peppers, and a smear of hummus or tahini. Low-cal, hydrating, and crunchy without the bad stuff. Add avocado for creaminess. Dinner. Beef stir-fry with lean strips in coconut oil. Mixed veggies like snap peas, bell peppers, bok choy, onions, ginger, garlic, and low-sodium soy. Serve over cauliflower rice to keep carbs low. It's fibrous and won't spike insulin. For variety, use shrimp or chicken. Extra tip: for mid-afternoon hunger, try celery sticks with peanut butter, no added sugar. Ditch crackers, feel energized as love handles fade, and your digestion improves from the fiber. Third, shocker: salad dressings like ranch, Thousand Island, Caesar, honey mustard, or even light vinaigrettes from the store. Salads sound healthy. You're loading up on greens, veggies, maybe grilled chicken or nuts, and then you drown it in dressing, turning a virtue into a vice. Most commercial ones are packed with sugar, unhealthy fats, preservatives, and artificial flavors to make them shelf-stable. 2 tablespoons, but who measures? Ranch, 140 calories, 14 grams fat, and hidden sugars. Thousand Island, 120, 11 gram. Caesar, 160, 17 grams with creamy emulsifiers. Honey mustard, 130 with high fructose corn syrup. Made with inflammatory oils like soybean, canola, or vegetable, high in omega-6 fatty acids that throw off your omega balance, promoting systemic inflammation. And where does that show? Around your belly and love handles, as inflamed tissues resist fat breakdown. Sugars spike insulin for storage. People overuse, turning a 200-calorie salad into 600. Might as well have fast food. Study from Nutritional Epidemiology: dressing users lost 40% less belly fat over a year, with higher inflammation markers and insulin resistance, both fueling love handle growth. A European cohort study linked daily dressing use to increased visceral fat in seniors. Flip it with homemade options. Breakfast: spinach mushroom omelet with 3 eggs, almond milk splash, in olive oil. Drizzle with extra virgin olive oil mixed with fresh basil, sea salt, and maybe oregano. Anti-inflammatory, nutrient-absorbing, add cheese if you tolerate dairy. Lunch: shrimp avocado salad. Grilled shrimp with garlic, paprika over mixed greens, cherry tomatoes, red onion, diced avocado. Dressing: lime juice, cilantro, olive oil, apple cider vinegar, cumin, blend for creaminess. Tangy, detoxing, vary with tuna or eggs. Dinner: grilled pork chops seasoned with rosemary, thyme, pepper. Side of roasted Brussels sprouts in avocado oil at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Glaze: reduced balsamic vinegar, no sugar, warm till thick. Antioxidants regulate sugar. Avocado oil burns belly fat. More ideas. For a side salad anytime, use lemon tahini dressing or Greek yogurt-based herb mix. Make your own dressings in batches. Store in fridge for a week. Flavorful, exciting, and effective for fat melt without boredom.
Wondering how to plan daily without hassle? How to ensure enough protein, aim for 1.2 grams per kilogram body weight, healthy fats, and fiber without constant worry? That's exactly why I created my high-protein ebook for seniors like you. This ebook has already helped thousands transform their bodies, lose stubborn belly fat, build toned, strong muscles they thought were impossible at their age, and regain vitality. Inside, you'll find over 90 high-protein meals, breakfasts like smoothies and oat bakes, lunches such as wraps and soups, dinners from stir-fries to casseroles, and snacks like energy balls or dips. All designed with the perfect balance of healthy fats for heart health, fiber for gut support, vitamins and minerals your body needs to burn fat efficiently and build lean muscle without bulk.
Every recipe is simple, uses everyday ingredients you can find at any grocery store, no exotic imports, and takes less than 30 minutes to prepare. No complicated cooking techniques, no expensive superfoods, just real, delicious food that works for busy lives or limited kitchens. I've included variations for dietary needs like low carb, vegetarian, or gluten-free, plus tips on portion control and meal prepping to save time. Whether you want to lose love handles, tone your arms for sleeveless shirts, strengthen your legs for better walking, or just feel more energized and confident in your body, maybe fitting into old jeans or dancing at a family event, this ebook gives you the exact roadmap to get there, complete with progress trackers and motivation boosters. You can find the link in the description below or in the pinned comment. Grab it today and start seeing changes in days. And speaking of transformations, tomorrow I'm dropping a brand new video that you absolutely do not want to miss. I'll be revealing the #1 mistake seniors make that's secretly causing rapid muscle loss, even if you're eating healthy and exercising regularly. This mistake is so common, it's something like 70% of people over 55 do without realizing, and most have no idea they're sabotaging themselves. But here's the thing, it could be why your efforts aren't paying off, leading to frailty, falls, or dependency. Only my subscribers will be notified the moment that video goes live, so if you're not subscribed yet, you might miss it entirely. And trust me, this is information that could change everything for you, reversing years of decline and helping you age stronger. So hit that subscribe button right now, smash the like if this helped, and turn on the notification bell to stay ahead. Share in the comments what's your biggest struggle with love handles. Let's support each other. Thanks for watching. Take action today, and I'll see you tomorrow.